and they never do, right? It seems to me, here we are again. Yes, Micah Parsons makes me feel different too. But guys, otherwise, it feels like a typical Cowboy season. They're a good team, not a great one. And I'm being told constantly they're a great team. And I don't think they are. I think they're a very good team. But I think they're a little bit less than people are saying. Would anyone want to, Lewis, what do you think? Am I crazy about this?
No, not at all. Not at all. Look, if you really break down their roster 1 through 53 and just look at the critical components for any football team, look, they are not on par with Philadelphia. You just cannot objectively say that they are. You can't objectively say that 1 through 5 on their offensive line, they're better than Philadelphia's. It's not even close. You can't say at wide receiver that they have the depth and the versatility that Philadelphia has that they can attack you with. It's not even close. At running back,
Agreed.
You may say that they have a slight advantage. At quarterback, they don't have an advantage. At defensive tackle on the defensive line, they don't have an advantage. And in the secondary, they may be ahead. They have a better thief in terms of Trayvon Diggs. But other than that, look, this football team, it's good, but it's not on par with the team that should win the NFC.
Mike, I agree. I think their secondary's bad. I'll take the Philadelphia secondary, actually. But yeah.
I think you're crazy from a standpoint. They're a 10-win team, and they've given up the fewest sacks in the NFL. So we could quibble about their offensive line, which has some holes in it, and certainly they have some injuries, but they protect Dak Prescott and Cooper Rush better than anybody else, and they sack the quarterback. They're second in the league with 48 sacks. So when you can do that, you're going to be in every game. They are not a perfect team. Nobody's perfect, but I think they have a chance to stand toe-to-toe with Philly in a one-game season, and that's what the playoffs will be.
Unfortunately, Philly seems to have the clear advantage at quarterback. No, Mike, don't protest. We're going to get to Philly right now. Philly's special season continues. This time, Jalen Hurts and the Eagles beat my beloved New York Football Giants, 48-22, to clinch a playoff spot. Hurts found A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith for touchdowns and rushed for one himself. First quarterback in NFL history with 10 rushing touchdowns in back-to-back seasons. Now, even with a loss, my Giants hold on to the final wild card spot. As a matter of fact, if the season ended today, all 4 NFC East teams would make the postseason. This is what we were asking about the AFC West. It's the NFC East. It's the opposite. It's bizarro world. However, that will likely change. There are a handful of divisional matchups left on the schedule this year. Lewis, what is your biggest takeaway from the game? Are you more impressed with the Eagles or disappointed by the Giants?
I'm more impressed with the Eagles. The Eagles don't care who they're playing. They didn't pay. Well, let me put it this way. They didn't care who they were playing yesterday. It could have been the Giants. It could have been the little Giants. It could have been the Giants I played against when I was in Pop Warner. They didn't care. They're playing to a standard there now. Now it's about perfecting their game and caring about what they do. And offensively, look, they can hit you however the hell they want to hit you. If they feel as though the running game is not something that's going to yield them the biggest bang for their buck, then they'll throw it over your head. And if they can either throw it over your head, they can hit you with the intermediate game, they can beat you with the catch and run game. If they feel as though you're soft on the edges, they'll bludgeon you with quarterback design run or RPO. And they'll hit you with a number of different backs that have very similar skill sets in terms of their speed, their elusiveness, and their power. Defensively, they can rush the passer as well as anyone as well. They have a guy named Josh Sweat who is a damn good pass rusher, man. And they have got some beef on the interior that they have bolstered with veteran acquisitions. And they have 2 corners that can lock you down and can take the ball away. I think this team really doesn't care about the opponent. They're trying to have a date with destiny, which happens to be in the Super Bowl this year. And I don't see anything stopping them besides what happened to them when they did lose to Washington, turning the football over and shooting themselves in the foot. That's it.
Mike, they seem clearly like the class of the NFC. They have one loss. Preseason, we said front to back, this is the best roster in the NFC. Most people who were paying attention did. Bills in the AFC, Eagles in the NFC, front to back. And unlike the Bills, they've lived up to they've surpassed expectations, Mike. No?
No, they have, and they may have the MVP right now in Jalen Hurts. And why he's the MVP is he's worked on the one area that he needed to get better, guys, and that was when the ball travels 20 yards or more down the field. Last year, he had 2 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. This year, guys, he has 12 touchdowns and 1 INT. Now, obviously, it helps when you have a healthy Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, but when you can get the ball down the field, yes, Max, that maximizes all that personnel, and maybe they've exceeded the expectations when Bill's having, but that's why this guy is the MVP right now. He has taken a that's right there, guys, really illustrates that point.
Yes, if we're going to do it, as Rex Ryan said this morning on the radio, if we're going to do what they did with Michael Jordan in the NBA, because you don't want to give it to Patrick Mahomes every year, sure, let's pass it around so it's not, like let's pretend Mahomes doesn't get sure. Yeah, Jalen Hurts is MVP. What do you think, Lewis? Is Jalen Hurts actually the MVP of the NFL right now? I'll remind everyone, Patrick Mahomes does in fact exist.
Yeah. I put in the notes, man, when I was talking about the show, I said, look, if we're going to make this a week-to-week, award, and we're going to fluctuate all over. Yeah. Look, Jalen, you can't argue with anything Mike just said. You can't argue with anything Jalen has put on film. You can't argue with his 2022 resume. It is freaking spectacular. It really is. He is a threat in every way that you need a quarterback to be a threat. And they have loaded this roster up with him. And Mike, you're right again. When you have how many contested catches has A.J. Brown made down the field on plus 20-yard throws that not many wide receivers can make? But, the quarterback gets the credit for it, and it goes on his stat sheet. It goes on his plus 20-yard completion percentage stat sheet, although the wide receiver is probably more responsible for it. That's not taking anything away from Jalen. That's just, calling it out for what it is. But yeah, he is excelling in every area. But I will say this. Patrick is still one of one. He's still the one guy who can do the kind of things that one guy can do that no one else can do. And we're going to get bored with it. We've already gotten bored with talking about it. But he will be there till the very end. Very end in this Mike, MVP race.
Did you see?
No matter what.
It's like Jordan in the sense that you put your eyeballs on it, you go, never seen anything that looks like that. And then you look at the numbers and you go, yeah, that backs that up. And then he does things like the no-look, whatever you want to call it, that he made yesterday, right? And he does not have Jalen Hurts' defense, and he's the guy who lost his best wide out where Aaron Rodgers couldn't hack it, Tom Brady without their best wide out. Tua looked much better when he got the guy. Everyone looks better. The only guy immune to that is the best player on earth, Patrick Mahomes.
I know, but a week ago, I thought the question was football. The answer is Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
What about Joe Burrow?
Well, that is he's posing a difficult. And by the way, Jalen Hurts is fantastic. I don't want to hold it against him. As Harry Douglas pointed out on the radio this morning, he hasn't had a bad game. He doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't turn the ball over. He runs it. He throws it. He is just great. If Mahomes didn't exist, he'd be the MVP. Alas.
And what is Joe Burrow? Mm-hmm. He exists.
Well, wait till the postseason, wait till the playoffs. Then we're going to find out about what's what. Coming up, speaking of them, my two guys, Mahomes and Joe Burrow, both won tough division games this weekend. Will it come down to another showdown between the two for the Super Bowl? Oh, this guy. A Brock party in San Francisco Sunday at Tom Brady's expense. Can the Niners really make a Super Bowl run with a third-string rookie quarterback?
Christmas trees try so hard. Lights, ornaments, and little choo-choo trains, come on. The best trees, they kind of only need two things. Peanut butter and chocolate. Not sorry. Reese's.
This year, become part of a family that celebrates the holidays a little differently. Jeep, there's only one.
Purchase and take delivery by December 31st of a Jeep plug-in hybrid electric SUV, and you may qualify for up to $7,500 federal tax credit. Visit Jeep.com for new inventory available near you.
Pacifico is brewed for those who follow their own path. That's living life anchors up.
So you're 45. That's the perfect age to see some friends, explore new worlds, and to start screening for colon cancer. Yep, with colon cancer rising in adults under 50, the American Cancer Society recommends starting to screen earlier at age 45. I'm Cologuard, a non-invasive way to screen at home on your schedule. And I find 92% of colon cancers. I'm for people 45 plus at average risk for colon cancer, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
I'm at this wing joint telling people that Geico has been offering savings for over 85 years. That's longer than the Buffalo wing's been around.
Dozen wings.
And did you know that Geico offers motorcycle insurance? Oh, my lips are burning. Ah. No, my lips are actually burning.
Geico. Over 85 years of savings and service. See how much you could save at geico.com.
It's too hot. Oh, this is too hot, mate.
Who wants to watch a Christmas movie? Who is here?
Wireless family plans save you money, but then you have to deal with family.
Chloe. Still single, dear?
So I got Visible. Get unlimited data for as low as $30 a month. No family needed.
Is the turkey done yet?
Turkey's done.
Answer the phone.
It's a fire alarm, Grandpa.
Visible. One-line wireless for $30 a month. Switch now to get a 5-year rate lock.
Fairlife brings more